Welcome to the Whiskey Vault. I'm Daniel Whittington, Chancellor of Wizard Academy Whiskey Marketing School. And we're gonna drink Wild Turkey Rare Breed Rye. I've been trying to create some short videos that become resources, and as you've seen, we've gone through the whole production. I'm gonna walk you through something I do in tastings in the vault when I'm dealing with a group of students who may or may not have any experience with whiskey. They've come here for a different class, and after dinner on the first night, we bring whoever wants to join into the vault and we do a whiskey tasting. And so I'm dealing with a whole bunch of people who may have never had whiskey or may think they don't like it, and some also really like it. And so I'm gonna show you how to drink whiskey. How to drink whiskey. I did this with Brushwood ages ago. He refied it, upgraded the digital quality and re-released it. I'm gonna do a really short version of what I did with them. So this is what I do in the tour. First, whiskey is a high proof alcohol, right? We do this with wine to aerate it, evaporate, focus the nose, get everything in the middle, and then we smell things. And we say, oh, yes, it smells, oh, it's a good year, this one, yes. Or as we had said before, it smells like the middle class. I don't like this one. Now, you do that with wine to aerate and pull scent. You do that with 40% alcohol, or in this case, 56.1% alcohol. Your first smell when you shove your nose in this tulip-shaped glass is going to be a lot of ethanol fumes, and it's going to be bright, sharp. It's going to make it hard to smell for a little bit if you're not used to it. If you're not used to drinking, where is the right place to smell a glass of whiskey? And the answer is close enough. Close enough. If it burns, you're too close. Back it off. Now, I don't mean like this. I mean in inches, right? So you pick it up, you bring it in a little bit, you smell, ooh, that's too sharp. You just back it off a little. And as soon as you can smell it, but it doesn't burn, that's the right place for you to be smelling whiskey. If you're used to the proof, you can get in that. Now, you may see me regularly doing this thing where I smell and pull away, smell and pull away. That's because what you're doing when you smell is introducing sensory information into your nose and your brain. And if all you do is live here, then every inhale is introducing data, and your brain doesn't get a chance to process what data is being introduced. So you want to give it a second to think. So you smell, and then you think about it. And then you smell, and you think about it, and you try to recall. What's really weird about the brain is, if you smell and then pull it away, you only have to about the count of 6 or 7 before you're not going to have a great memory of what you just experienced, or it'll be hard to recall. So try it. Smell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They call that dead air in radio, what I just did. Now, try to remember what you just smelled. It's gone. It's gone. You're going to have the vague outline. I think it was a little, but you're not going to be sure. So you remember. Oh, yeah. Cut grass, zesty, slight licorice, pepper, black pepper spice, a little bit of spearmint. Kind of soft for 56%. It's very soft. Okay, now we're going to taste. First, we're going to take a sip about like you would hot coffee. Just take a sip as if it was really hot coffee. Cheers to you. Here's to us and them that's like us. And just swallow it. Don't screw around with it on the first sip. Just swallow it. Whiskey's for drinking. Woo, that one, high proof. Now, you swish wine. Here's wine. And that's to spread it around your palate and to aerate it. You do that again with 56% alcohol. You're going to fry your tongue if you're not used to this sort of thing, and you won't taste anything for the next 20 minutes, and you'll live a life of regret, and you don't want that. So what you do want is to taste what you're drinking, and if you're not used to high proof, a big shot or a big drink and swishing it around is going to really screw with you. So there are 2 things you can do. One, you can take small sips and then just swallow it gently without agitating it and then see what your aftertaste is. It's still going to be like, woo, that's hot, that burns. You can also add a little water, which I'm not going to do right this second, but you can add water until it stops burning in little drops at a time because you can't take it out. And if it softens it enough, then you're like, ooh, that's the right place for you. It's okay to add water to your whiskey. That's the right place for you to drink whiskey. But as you taste, you're gonna get this experience. It has mostly to do with feel. We say we taste things, and we do. We taste savory and sweet and salt, but sour, but we mostly smell, and most of taste is smell. And so what you're gonna do is after you've tasted it, go back to smelling it, and you'll notice that you smell things you didn't smell before. Why is that? That's because there are fumes coming out of your throat and your palate, also going up your sinus cavity, joining with the things you're introducing. It's called retronasal smells, and it will highlight and accent things that you didn't pick up the first time. It will absolutely change. This becomes way more spearminty, way more almost orange zest. I'm gonna go back to the palate and describe what we got there. This one is very much hard candy, like peppermint hard candy mixed with a slight licorice note and a little bit of zest. A lot of peppery, bitey notes, but for a rye, not a lot of drama. I like this, and keep in mind, Wild Turkey Rare Breed Bourbon, one of my favorite bourbons, full stop. Just one of my favorite bourbons. I'm gonna add a real amount of water to this and see what happens as it settles. When you smell, and I'm leading a tasting, I'm saying, well, what do you smell? Everyone's worst nightmare is to be wrong in public, in front of other people, right? That's why people hate public speaking. To look stupid, say something stupid. And so people go, whiskey. And so you gotta get them to start talking. And the best way to talk people into smelling is to remind them what I've talked to you about, which is smelling is remembering. You can't be wrong about your memories. I mean, you can, turns out, but no one in the room can argue with you, because I don't know, unless it's a sibling, which I watched happen yesterday. But instead of saying, what am I smelling? And being like, I smell this, and other people being like, no, that's not in there. You can say, this reminds me of vanilla, or this reminds me of hard candy peppermints, or this reminds me of grandfather's study, or this reminds me of camping, or this reminds me of college and regrets and poor life choices. Whatever, whenever you've had it, whatever it reminds you of. Because your nose is a pattern recognition machine that goes to your right brain, to your memory and emotions. And so asking it what you remember is the fastest way to access smells. Now, when you combine that with taste, on this one, the palate does this sort of sharp spike, flat, and then flattens out on the back and then goes oily aftertaste. Let's see with a little water. Now, notice I did spread it around the tongue. I'm not swishing it, but I am moving my mouth around so that it coats the whole palate. Ooh, and that got really dry, grassy. Hay. Whoa, the lemon becomes lemon peel bitterness, like zest. That is really astringent. It's better at cast strength. I'm gonna try that again after a sip of water because it distracted me. Be gentle with what you're experiencing, and if it burns, add water, and be gentle about how you taste until you get used to it. And remember that nosing is remembering. And be gentle with what your brain tries to tell you. Don't try to force it. You try to force tasting notes on something, that's like trying to remember that famous actor and just going, I can't remember. Or when you're in a conversation, like, oh, I was about to tell you something and I can't remember what it is. The worst thing to do is being like, what? What was it? What was it? What? It's like, nope, that's gone now forever. You just gotta go, I'll come back to it. And then start a different, and then you go, I remember, here's what it was. Nosing and palate training, very similar to that. You just gotta be gracious with yourself. Okay, it's the nose now that I've had that dryness smells grassy. I like it better at the bottle proof that it was at. It's a little more oil, a little more sweet. It's a little dry, a little grassy on this. It's not my favorite rye. It's interesting. I think if I had to pick, I would pick probably Russell's Reserve rye over this one. Or I would go straight up, screw it, let's go all in on rye, and I would do a Monongahela of some sort. But it's good. It's a good whiskey, not surprisingly because it's Beam. But it doesn't hold a candle to my memories of the Wild Turkey Rare Breed Bourbon, which I really have a high affection for. It's just a good rye. I hope that was all helpful. Cheers to you. I'm really glad you're here. So I taught you how to drink whiskey, and now I'm going to teach you how to like and subscribe, and it's the clicking of the things, and then the alert things, and then you can comment. Ta-da!